take my gum out, so I'm gonna like.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Team Dare to Dream Determination Nation team call. And so excited to have our guest speaker tonight, Elyse Hubbard, right there in the middle square of our Brady Bunch picture. I want to welcome you all to our amazing May. Get it? Amazing May. So I know there's lots of things going on with Success Club and lots of incentives for those of you especially going to Summit. There's lots of cool things there with Success Club. And my tip for you, and Elyse may talk about this too, but I've posted several things in our team page about how to kick your May off with a bang. I've shared some posts that, like other top coaches are doing. And the point about it is, let's work this first week of May like we worked the last week of May, so that we don't have to work the last week of May like we worked the last week of April. Does that make sense? Because I know especially with the end of May, we've got Memorial Day, we've got graduation, we've got recitals, we've got end of school, kids are going to be coming home. It's going to be really busy for everybody. So set yourself up right now. Work this first week like it's your last week. And make those non-negotiable goals. Get out, if nothing else, adhere to your power hour and make it powerful. Invite. And especially, as Elyse is going to talk about, we're going to talk about inviting to the business opportunity. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and welcome Elyse. Elyse, you're still in Hawaii, right? Sydney would like to know if we can come there for summer vacation.
I'm leaving soon. So
I told her that. She said, when? When is she leaving? So I know you'll be stateside soon.
Yep.
Yay. And Elyse is a 6-star diamond. She's 1-star in her second business center, and her husband is 1-star as well. So she's got multiple amazing business centers. She's a Success Club 10 legend. I remember, I think she was in one of my Push to Emerald groups that I ran for Team on Fire way back when she herself was a baby coach. And she has just never failed to impress. Everybody that meets Elyse loves her. She spoke, your first 6 months as a coach or so, you spoke at our leadership event. Was it leadership?
I spoke at Summit.
You spoke at Summit and you told your story. Mm-hmm. So that was like your first 6 months as a coach, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember her up on stage at Summit. You can imagine how big Summit is. And here's little baby coach Elyse up there. Were you a diamond yet, or were you an emerald still?
I had just qualified for 3-star.
Oh, for 3-star. Okay. Well, you weren't so much a baby coach, but you were. 6 months. And I just remember her telling her story, and it's the story that makes everybody cry. The why that makes you cry, that's what Elyse has, and that's the way she has worked her business with purpose, passion, and, faith and friendship and family. So without any further ado, let's turn it over to Elyse for Recruiting 101.
So thanks for that, Deborah. Very sweet. So just so you guys know a little bit about my background, Deborah already covered it, but Team on Fire, that's my big mama team. And my sponsor is very sweet, but she's never really helped me. So I was the postaholic that I wanted, I was going to make this business work no matter what, because I needed to make it work. My family, I got out of the military, and it was very hard, living on one income. And the day I decided to become a coach was the day I could not afford. I was trying to explain to my 3-year-old at the time that it would be a better financial option for us to get oranges and bananas instead of the expensive strawberries that he wanted. So I was in tears, and he was in tears in the grocery store. And that was it. And I signed up with the first person who asked me on Instagram. But that made me a fighter, okay? That made me a fighter that I've had to fight to get the answers with this business, right? So with that being said, I want you guys to know that if I can make it work without, real help from an upline, then you can make it work too. You just have to be willing to get out there, get on free trainings like this and make it work. And you guys are so lucky that you have Deborah. She's somebody that when I was in Team on Fire, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to Deborah Baska. I just couldn't believe that, the first time I was talking to her that I was even talking to her. So you guys have an amazing upline. So that's just a little bit about me. And today we're going to talk about, let me see, we're going to talk about recruiting 101. Okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen. One second, you guys. And the reason that I want to cover recruiting is because I want you guys to check out this slide first that was shared with me from my mentor when I did a call, my regional mentor. Okay, this is why recruiting is so important, you guys. So what happens to a coach when they sign up a coach, right? Do you guys know? You usually want to focus on that one person, and that's all, right? You want to focus on them. They're going to be your ticket to build the business, and you forget about everything else. So this is super important that I show my coaches, and even a 15-star diamond coach, their focus is on recruiting and team, and then 50% on team building, right? So what this means to me is that your team is going to focus on, what you're focused on, right? So you always need to be recruiting. And that just doesn't mean coaches, right? What I'm talking about is recruiting overall, recruiting for your challenge group, recruiting for your free groups. You should be inviting. Inviting is your job. I know I've heard Deborah say, inviting is your job, okay? Not, worrying about your coaches. The best way you can teach them is by doing by just showing them what you're doing. So every time I make a post, I think it's great, or, I show my team my execution calendar. Everything that I'm doing, I try to put into them, right? But leader of the team is like usually the flow of the pack, right? So you have to remember that that slide, that little diagram really put things in perspective for me, and that, even as a diamond, 90% of what you're doing is still recruiting. So I'm gonna share my screen again and get back to my slideshows. So just one second. I don't know what just happened. I'm having a little, here we go, little glitch. Okay, recruiting 101, and then if for whatever reason you guys can't see, then tell me. So like I said before, how to focus intentionally on growing your team and why. All right, so I'm just gonna cover the basics to start. So as an emerald, you guys, you're gonna benefit from customer leads with Beachbody, right? And I'm going to also, you don't have to take like too detailed notes. I'll give Deborah this Google document because I just want you guys to like chill and relax and know that, we're a family, and don't worry about taking too many notes. You can go back and just take the little nuggets from this. But so as an emerald, you get so many benefits, right? So if you're a new coach on here, I want you to take emerald and just take the scary away from it. Emerald is so easy. Emerald is so easy. Diamond's easy, you guys, seriously. Like, it's just you plus 2, and it should really be your family, right? So it's just you, and then you can see this little diagram at the bottom. You, and you want to essentially sign up your spouse. I'm sure Deborah has a great video on why. I did not do it. I literally lose thousands of dollars every single year because my spouse is not directly under me. So please make sure you understand why you need to do that. And then the other person can be another family member. And like I said, it benefits you. You, of course, want to earn from team cycle bonuses. So as you grow, right, you're going to want business builders, and we're going to talk more about what that means. But the basic reason why you want to get emerald and get to emerald fast is because you want somebody like Deborah to go on to your Facebook and announce that you're an emerald, and for people to be like, wow, she's really moving her business forward. It's an investment into your business. Go ahead.
Oh, we're still seeing the coach time management slide. Is that what we're supposed to be seeing?
No. Okay, good. I'm glad you told me that.
Okay.
What happened? Okay, hang on.
It says that we were looking at your photos, so maybe we should be looking at a PowerPoint instead.
Yes. Why did it do that? Okay, I'm glad you stopped me because now I feel that's never happened to me.
Oh,
all right, let's see. Tell me if you see it now. Hang on. You see it now?
Yes.
I was looking at it on my end the whole time. Okay, sorry, you guys.
Thanks.
Okay, so like I said, you'll have access to these slides, especially because of that hiccup, right? So you can go over all of this. I don't want to get too much into what Emerald is and team cycle bonuses. I want to really talk about recruiting. But just remember that as you build, there's different benefits. So Emerald, and then there's Ruby Coach. And then of course there's Diamond. And also I just want to take the scary away from Diamond, you guys. I think too many people think Diamond is some big, like crazy, once I get to Diamond, I've made it kind of thing. But Diamond is not scary to get to, you guys. Diamond is just you getting out there and signing up, 12 people. For me, remember I told you I wanted to get my family off of food bank lines and off of WIC, and this was non-negotiable, right? It was non-negotiable. I was going to sign people up, and I did whatever I could to get my family there. And that meant me sharing this business opportunity in any kind of way that I could, and inviting and recruiting like it was my job, because it is your job, right? And like I said, we're going to go over the different types of recruiting and why you want to grow your business. Okay, so biggest thing that why you want to grow your business is because of team cycle bonuses. Okay, so if you're a new coach, I'm going to try to explain this the easiest way that I can, and I have a short little video about it from Coach Caleb. If you know him, he has like the cutest, I don't want to say cutest, but he has the most amusing videos to watch as a coach, training videos. So once you start building a team, right, a team that's doing what you're doing, then you start to benefit from team cycle bonuses, okay? And the reason that this is important and that you want a team who's growing and hitting Success Club, right, you guys, because that's the secret sauce of this business, is hitting Success Club, is because you don't want, for me, I personally don't want to sell, 20 million challenge packs all the time for the rest of my Beachbody career. I want to show my team how to build this business. I want to show them how to get off of WIC. I want to show them how to afford groceries, right? And if they are hitting Success Club, if you're hitting Success Club and showing them how they will hit Success Club, your team volume will go up and you will make this business work, okay? So Diamond is not scary. You are signing up, 4 coaches on one side, 4 on the other, and then 2 on each side are Emeralds of their own. And like I said at the beginning, Emerald's easy. It's just a spouse, one other family member, or just, a friend. It's really, really easy to get to Emerald. So take the scary out of it and just know that you can do it. It took me 3 months, and that's, just with me trying to figure this out on my own. No Zoom calls, no nothing, just whatever Beachbody provided me in the back office and whatever I could scrape together from Team on Fire, okay? So let's talk about team cycle bonuses. And this is not playing. Okay, Deborah, I'm having all kinds of issues. I don't know why this is not playing. All right, so we're gonna just have to skip this part. But if you look up Coach Caleb, do you know why, Deborah, if I'm not able to click on it?
You have to put it into slideshow mode.
All right.
So down at the bottom of your screen, there should be, you should be able to put it into like a slideshow, where it's. Yeah,
we just upgraded the computer, so that's why I think I'm lost.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you can't play a video in PowerPoint unless it's in slideshow.
Okay. Well,
if you do view, if you go up here to view and do slideshow, if that would work.
Oh, here we go, present. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Also, let's just watch this short little video. He explains it way better than I ever could, and it's a lot more amusing. So let's watch it real quick. Oh, see, it didn't do it again. Here we go. Come on.
What's up, everybody? It's Coach Caleb from EpicHeavyRep.com, and today we're asking the very important questions of what, who, why, when, how, and where of Team Cycle Bonus. This stuff is the real deal. It's where this whole network marketing thing really flexes its muscles. We're not just talking about like a free subscription to the Jelly of the Month Club. If you've got ambitious financial goals, you're going to want to stay tuned all the way through this video. So first question, what is Team Cycle Bonus? It is a weekly financial bonus paid paid to coaches directly from Beachbody. The amount of the bonus you receive is directly proportionate to the amount of volume your team produces. In layman's terms, the more productive your entire organization is, the greater your team cycle bonus reward will be. I kind of look at it as a bonus for being a good leader. When you lead your team to lead their team, to lead their team to grow a productive organization, you, as a leader, get rewarded. Sweet. That's how it should be. So why is team cycle bonus really important? I'll answer that question with another question. Why would you want to run a business that only produces inconsistent commission-based income when you have the opportunity to create a residually producing, exponentially growing financial fortune? I mean, commissions are great, but team cycle bonus by far is the most lucrative part of the Beachbody Coach compensation plan. That's why it's important. Okay, well, who gets team cycle bonus? Active Emerald coaches and above. To go Emerald, all you need is one active coach on your left side and one active coach on your right side. Simple. This is why it's so crucial you get yourself to Emerald as soon as possible. All right, when will I actually start earning team cycle bonuses? As soon as you're an active Emerald and you help your coaches duplicate your success in their businesses, you will start to earn team cycle bonuses. The faster you help your team increase their volume, the quicker you'll be rewarded for that good leadership. Okay, how are team cycle bonuses actually calculated? And how much money can I actually earn with this? I know this can be super overwhelming, especially if you're a new coach, so I'll try to keep this explanation simple. For every balanced 300 volume points that your team produces, you will earn one team cycle bonus. The balance we're talking about is a 2-to-1 ratio. For example, if one of your downlines produces 200 volume points and your other downline produces 100 volume points, that equals 300 together, or one team cycle bonus. Now, as you advance in rank, you earn more dollars per cycle, and you'll also unlock the ability to cycle more times each week. Depending on your rank and the amount of volume your team is producing, you'll have the ability to earn anywhere from $250 to $12,000 a week residually. And if that's not enough financial opportunity for you, you can open up to 25 business centers doing this exact same residual production. Crazy potential, right? Okay, last question. Where can I track my volume points in my back office? This is really simple. On the homepage of your back office, it's all right there down on the left side of your screen. Okay, guys, that's all for today. I hope this video helped you and your coaches out. And if it did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more training videos just like this one. And hey, if you want in on this opportunity, it's open to everyone. Please get in touch with me. I would love to be your sponsor.
Okay, so if you're a new coach, his videos are really amusing, so I like using them. Especially when your team gets tired of looking at you all the time, right? So, anyways, so that's just a little backstory about, why you want to be recruiting. And the reason that I'm going over this before I get into recruiting and into, scripts and all of that is because I want you guys to understand that 75% of diamonds in the network come from first being challenge members. Okay, so I really want you to understand that recruiting doesn't always necessarily mean that you're signing up a coach. Recruiting means inviting to your free challenge group, inviting to your full-blown challenge group, and then of course inviting to the coaching opportunity, right? So we're going to cover that, and then we're going to also cover scripts for it. But it really all starts with you understanding that you need to build your rank. And then, of course, I don't want anybody to ever become an $18 diamond, which that basically means that you're just signing people up as placeholders and they're not building their business and you're never going to get team cycle bonuses. You want to show them how to get to Success Club just like you're doing, right? And this is how, it's just all one evolution, right? You need to be recruiting. So you got to take all the steps to get there, right? Free clean eating group, challenge group, or it doesn't have to be a cleaning group, a free group, challenge group, coaching sneak peek. That's kind of the evolutions of my business that I take. And so on my execution calendar, so all my coaches understand, this is a relationship building business. This is how people are going to trust you. And then eventually, you're going to hit Success Club, and then it's just going to keep going, the ripple effect, because people are getting results and they see the business and they love it, right? So let's get to the good stuff, how to recruit, how to grow your team, the meat of this call. So this is a picture that I like to show people about the different types of coaches. People like to call them, different things, but a coach is a coach, right? So you're going to have discount coach, hobby coach, business builder, and anything in between, right? And so by inviting, like it's our job, right, to all these different groups, you're going to probably, have long-time Shakeology drinkers, and they're going to either become a discount coach, hobby coach, or business builder, right? So, you can definitely find this, Google it, and just find it. And I like to send it over to people. Sometimes I like to ask them if they would, if they've been in my challenge for 21 days and their Shakeology orders coming up, I ask them if they would like to become a preferred customer, and I show them this picture and tell them what it is. And then I also tell them, have you considered coaching? Give them shout outs. You never know, right? You never keep somebody's destiny trapped in your mouth just because you're afraid to ask them if they've ever thought about coaching. You never know. People will surprise you, okay? All right, so where is the best place to start for recruiting? For me, the best place to start is with your existing Beachbody Challenge Group customers, all right? Because like I said, 75% of diamonds in the network first started off as challenge members. I'm one of those 25% that didn't, but your best place to start really is in your challenge group. So what I would do is take pen to paper and write each person's name out and when they placed their last Shakeology order. In your back office, you can also go look at your previous Success Club points, see where they all came from. You can click on the number, you can see the person's name from a year back, and you can see where your previous customers, what their names are, when they first joined your challenge group, and just put them on your list, you guys. Make sure that you're asking them if they would like to become a preferred customer, and send them over that or send them over the coaching opportunity or invite them to a sneak peek. So the reason that we reach out to our challenge members first is because they're already product of the product, right? They understand why and how the product works. They already set the goals and they've achieved them. They provide motivation and accountability to other members, and they have pre-developed success stories to share with others, right? It's just a no-brainer that a challenge member is going to be an excellent coach, right? But, I want you to remember, since I made this slideshow, Beachbody has come out with the fourth vital behavior, which is recognition, excuse me. So you should be giving shout outs to your challenge members too, right? You should be recognizing them for their hard work, so you can put that belief into them that they can do this. Sometimes people just need to know, how special they are and how special their journey is. So what you should be doing, I guess I skipped ahead, but just remember praising your challenge members, praising your challenge members and your challenge groups, inviting them to hear more about the coaching opportunity, checking in on them regularly, and inviting them to post on their wall, what they're doing, post on your wall, tag you. And then what I like to do is just keep stock of blank cards and send people handwritten thank you cards. Just to say, hey, I noticed you. That means a lot to people when you take the time to handwrite something. Something else that I like to do is very, very discreetly tell somebody how proud you are of them on their Facebook wall. You don't ever want to, destroy their privacy, that they're trying to lose weight or anything like that. So very discreetly tell them how proud you are of them on their wall, just so they know that you're thinking about them. That goes a long way too. People remember stuff like that. Okay, so these are my scripts. These are some samples, and like I said, don't go crazy trying to write all these down. I'm definitely going to give it to Deborah so she can go over it. But let's see, what should I say to a challenge member who would make a great coach or could become a discount coach? Okay, so What I want to say with scripts is please make sure that you're first asking, somebody how they are. You never know how their day went, so just don't bombard them with scripts, and make sure that you read it out loud before you use somebody else's scripts, and make sure it sounds like you. Switch it around, right? You don't want to sound like a robot. This is a relationship building business. All right, so I'm not going to read all of these, but I'll just read sample 2. Hey, you, I just noticed that next week it'll be 30 days since you started with me. It's been an honor to see you bloom. I'm not sure if it's something that interests you, but I would love to tell you how you can save monthly on your Shakeology and become a preferred customer. Let me know when you have free time, and I hope you're having a great day. Okay, so the reason that I wanted to cover that one is because I recently had one of my Star Diamonds announce all of her preferred customers in her coaching group as preferred customers, and it has been going amazing for her. She's just been, at the end of the month, she adds them all and just says, these are, she makes a pretty banner. These are my preferred customers of the month. I just want to welcome you to the group. This is what you paid for. Feel free to remove yourself if you want to, but this is another community for support, and hopefully you'll want to build your business one day because you're doing all amazing, right? So it just really goes a long way to call somebody a preferred customer. And I've been in this business for almost 3 years, and I have people who they're probably never going to coach, but they're in my coaching page and they pay attention, and they just like that that community and that support. And people just want to be a part of something, and they know Beachbody is always going to be their family. So just remember that and use words like that. People just want to, they want to be noticed. So what happens after somebody says, yes, I'm interested, you sent them the script? Okay, so there's different samples in here, and there's also the 10-minute video from Team Beachbody, right? So if they want to know what it means to be a coach, then there's so many different ways, you guys. You can, when I first started, I got on the phone a lot. I think Deborah doesn't like that, but I'm a phone person. I want to talk, and I say beforehand, I only have 20 minutes. I only have 15 minutes or whatever. Can we talk about it on the phone? Some people like to use a woo-foo form first so they can get to know somebody, or they just like to send them over a webinar. What I do now is if somebody's interested in coaching, I feel that they know me well enough already where I can send them my webinar, okay? But before I had my webinar, I used somebody's from Team on Fire that I really liked, and I could connect with their story, okay? And I'm sure Deborah has one, right, for the team that you can send over to somebody who's interested, or you can invite them to attend a sneak peek, or sometimes what I'll even do is I'll put them in a previous sneak peek if it's still open, and I'll just, if I'm the host, I'll rearrange the post so you can't move them, and I'll tell them to start from post 1 and just work their way down. So I just kind of feel out the person. Some people don't do well in those Facebook groups, you guys. They will not go check the post. So a video is way better for them, and I give them ideas. I'm like, hey, while you're fixing your hair, just press play, whatever. So always make sure that you're following up, right? And you tell them that you're going to come back and follow up with them. So if you send them a video, just say, okay, I'm going to put down to check back in with you on Friday. That's enough time for you to watch the video. In the meantime, if you watch it faster, if you have any more questions, please reach out to me, okay? If you do not tell them that you're coming back to them, that's when the ickiness comes. That's when the uncomfortableness comes for you and for them. So make sure that you always keep the ball in your court and you tell somebody, hey, I'm coming back. I'm going to check in on you, right? Okay. Here's just a little more about, what happens more if they say that they're interested, if they only want the discount and they're ready to start right now, okay? Of course, you get free enrollment because they've already purchased the challenge pack. Hopefully everybody, for me, there's no way around it. It's a challenge pack or that's it. Like everybody signed up with the challenge pack. So hopefully you have that same mentality, and then your people are going to get free enrollment because they've already enrolled with the challenge pack. And I'm sure, again, you can Google how to do the free enrollment, or your coach might have a video on how that process works. They've changed it a little bit, and my team has a video on it. on how to show your challenge member how to submit that. Okay, so they can also do the challenge pack enrollment, right? And purchase another challenge pack, because once you sign up as a coach, that day is your last day to purchase a challenge pack ever, because then thereafter you're going to get 25% off everything, right? So, you know, of course, offer them to, if they want to get a challenge pack again. And the other option is just paying the coach fee enrollment, and get the ball started. And again, you guys, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna give you the link to this so you can see all the scripts. So don't, you know, if it's too much for you, it's all right. You can go back and look at the scripts. Okay. So how do I find coaches who are not challenge members? This one's very, very tricky, but I want to tell you it can be done. I am the 25% that I was already on a journey on Instagram. So I was not in a challenge group. I did not know about Beachbody. I thought Beachbody was a scam. I hated all Beachbody coaches. I told them to go, you know, F off pretty much. It wasn't for me, right? That's what I thought at the time. But I want to let you know that it's because coaches were pushy and they didn't take the time to build a relationship with me. And the first time somebody did take the time, that's why I signed up with my coach. And that's, you know, why I'll always thank her, even though she's not building the business like I am. Like, I'm forever grateful because she did take the time to get to know me, okay? So how do I find coaches who are not challenge members? First of all, you need to be intentional with your posts, okay? You need to be yourself and you need to be intentional. So this is what I call a soft post. I don't know how to move this. Oh, there we go. This is a sample of a soft post that I discuss how coaching has helped me lead a life of design as a stay-at-home mom. And you guys can follow me, my Paleo Fit Juicing Chick. I built my business on Instagram, so I have a like page and Instagram, and that's it. I don't post on my personal page. Sorry. So basically, I just say this is the life of a stay-at-home work. This is what the life of a stay-at-home working mom looks like. If I'm wearing a hat and daytime clothes, that means I sacrifice my hair to be with my kids a bit more in the morning. It's okay with me though, because I chose to design my own life these days. My priorities are my faith, my family, my passion, and in that order, right? So basically I make soft posts like this, and what I do is I make sure that I go through my likes, right? And I make my 5 new contacts for the day. I do my power hour, just like I know Deborah has taught you guys, because she was talking about that at the beginning of this call. And I, you know, am intentional, and I say, hey, I saw you like my post about, you know, being a stay-at-home mom. You know, have you ever considered coaching? Or if I look at their Instagram and I kind of, you know, play off, you know, the vibes that I'm getting from it, right? So like I said, I just go through my likes and I'm intentional, right? If I think that they have nothing, it's just they're following me and they have 20 million pictures of cats, I'm not going to ask them about coaching. I'm just going to say, hey, do you follow me because you're on a wellness journey of your own also? You know, thanks so much for clicking the like button on my post. I just want to start a conversation with them, right? But you need to be intentional with your posts and make soft posts, right? So when you do make your hard posts that say, hey, join my team, people already get to know you. They can see that, all right, well, she's just a regular person, or whatever your story is. Everybody has their own story. It doesn't have to be mine. Okay, so this is from a coach on my team, and this is a hard post. There's different types of hard posts, and when I say hard post, I mean like you are real deal inviting somebody, like there's no going around it. You are telling them, you know, reach out to me in some kind of way. Okay, that's what a hard post is. So this is one of my diamond coaches, and she's relentless. If you ever want to do my Instagram training, just Google Elyse Hubbard Instagram 2014, and you can see how I tell my team to post. But on Instagram, you have to be relentless with your posts, and you post hard posts more often, because it's not like Facebook where it'll get re-bumped into your feed, okay? Instagram is like your post is live or lives for maybe like a day, and that's it. Okay. So I teach my coaches to kind of be relentless with their posts and then go back and delete them. And like I said, if you want to do my Instagram training, just Google my name, Elyse Hubbard, and then Instagram, and then it should be like the first thing that pops up. And it's kind of old, but it still works. It's still all the same stuff. So the reason that this is a hard post is because obviously she's saying, reach out to me, join my team. And this is, you know, one type of a hard post. This is a different type of a hard post that a lot of coaches shy away from. I am not a coach that shies away from posting their income. That doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that's the kind of coach that I am. I'm a rags to riches story. So I talk about my income a lot, and you know, like I said, some coaches think it's taboo. And what I can tell you about that is you need to stand your own ground. You need to find who you are. And if your intentions are pure with your post, it will come out in your post always. And people will know that, you know, you're humble, you're not sharing your income just to gloat. So I struggled with that for a long time. So that's why I'm saying that to you guys. It works for me. Like I said, I'm a rags to riches story. So people need to see the evolution of my business. They need to see, wow, she started and she couldn't afford groceries, and now she has a 6-figure business, right? So this was a very, very big post for me, because during this post, I had found out at the beginning of this year, I just had a baby, so I'm pregnant in this picture, but I had found out that I became a 6-figure earner with Beachbody. So that was a big deal for me, because I never thought I would be a 6-figure earner. So I made a post about it. Make sure you use the income disclaimer. I have mine in my picture. It's small in this, but it's there. And I just don't want you guys to be afraid, right? Don't be afraid to cover the financial aspects of it. And it's just a different type of a hard post, but you will attract people who are looking for you. You're going to attract people with the energy that you put off. So my team, I have tons of moms who are just trying to afford diapers. And that's because I told my post with my heart. And even though I'm making 6 figures, I'm still relatable. So you have to find your story and your voice and not be afraid to tell, you know, these hard posts. Did I start off like this? No. But the more people see that I'm being consistent with the growth of my business, the more people decide to join me, right? If you guys have questions, you can go ahead and ask them in the comments or the little chat box as we're going, and then I'll answer them at the end. So don't be afraid, or write them down and I'll answer them at the end. How to make a hard post part 3 with an application. I have a diamond coach. Her name is Angel. She's also in Team on Fire, and she's very, my team is very red. If you've ever done the color thing, like we're red and rubies, and we're just very loud people. So she's very, very red on my team, and she does woofu applications, right? And you can go back and look at this. But I like this because she made a hard post, and she said she was looking for business builders. And in here, actually, if you get this, if you go back in the slides, you can click on her application and just take a look at it. Woofu's free. You can make one. And the reason that some coaches use applications is so you can get to know the person before you're talking to them. So you're going to weed out people just in case, if they're working with another coach, that's the first thing I ask. Make sure they're not working with another coach and stuff like that. So this is her post. Angel hits like Success Club 20 to 30 every month. Like, she's a very good recruiter. And she's just somebody that, you know, she's one of my PS coaches, but I mean, I consider her on the same level as me just because of her drive and how hard she works every month. So like I said, she's on Team on Fire too, you guys. So if you want to follow her, she's pretty good to watch. So those are the different types of hard posts, right? So different types of posts, right? So soft posts, where you're posting with intent about, you know, just your life as a coach and what that means to you. And then the other types of hard posts. Okay, so what now? All right, you made your post about the coaching opportunity, and you're like, okay, what do I do now, right? So that's what we're going to cover, and we're going to go over some of my scripts. And like I said before, the biggest thing that I can tell you is you can't beat yourself up. There's days for me where nobody comments on nothing, and I'm like, dang. So how do coaches still hit Success Club? All right, you have to do your power hour. I am a 6-star, 2-time elite coach, and I still do my power hour. Like, I am like a robot with it. I have to do it. And honest to God, when I talk to other coaches and they're elite and they've been in this business for 4 years, 5 years, and they feel like their business is tanking, it's because they do not do their power hour. Like, Deborah, I'm sure you can relate. Like, I'm sure you've heard other coaches who are elite and they just don't do a power hour. And you got to stay humble with this business. And the only way you can show your coaches how to get it done is if you continue to get it done with a power hour, right? So part of my power hour is I go through my likes and I make sure that I reach out to 5 new people a day. You can do whatever number you want, but my number is 5. And the reason I do 5 is because if I'm talking to 5 new people a day, then I can talk to 150 people in a month. And that's going to create a funnel, right? I'm going to get a lot of no's, but guess what? I've never missed Success Club 10, and all I need is 5 yeses. And this is how I do it, you guys. I just go through my likes, right? And I just start sending them messages, right? 5 a day. So whatever post you like. So what that means is part of your daily, your vital behaviors is you should be posting about your journey, right? So go through your likes and make sure that you talk to somebody that you've never talked to before, and that counts as a new contact for the day. Make sure you comment on at least one of their pictures, and make sure they're not already working with another MLM like It Works or Herbalife or whatever, or through Beachbody in any kind of way, and send them a message like this. These are my scripts. Again, make sure read them out loud. If they don't sound like you, don't use them. Switch them up, make them sound like you. And I send the same thing all the time. And you always need to ask a question, all right? Hey, you, first of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for following and supporting my journey. It means so much to me that you support me. I saw you like my post and how I stay at home with my kiddo. I'm not sure if this would be something for you, but I would love to send you over more information about what it is I do so you can see if it's a right fit. No pressure, of course, but I'm on a mission to help as many as I can overcome like I have. Get back to me when you can, and I hope you're having a great day. So make sure you're always asking the question, and then I like to relieve the pressure by, telling them, this is just what I do as a coach. You can say no, that's cool, but please respond either way, right? Like, I just want to build that relationship. If somebody tells me no, that's not for me, like I still have a lot of weight to lose or whatever their reservation is about it, I will not go for no until I get to the point where I work all the way down until they tell me no, they don't want to be in my free group. So I have a continuous free group that's always open, or I put them on my list for my next free group. So does that make sense what I'm saying, you guys? Even if they tell me no, they don't want to be a part, they don't want to hear about coaching, then my next part of it is, oh, okay, well, do you follow me because you're on a health and wellness journey? Or, I keep wanting to talk questions. If your conversation ever goes dead, it's your fault because you're not asking more questions. And if anything, what I want is I want them in my free group to build that trust so they eventually want to join a full-blown challenge group or get into the sneak peek. Right? Because I just want to build trust. I just want to talk to you, And the beauty of this is, you guys, we're not selling knives. We're not selling makeup. We're helping people to get their lives back. So be relentless. Go for no. And put them at least in your free group. You should have a free group at all times. If you don't have one open, ask them, hey, can I put you on my list? I have a free group starting next month. And if anything, I would love to help you in that. There's no obligation, right? Like, just give me your email, right? If you're using Instagram, like I have to grow my business, make sure you go back on their account after you send them a direct message. And what I like to tell people is, hey girl, just sent you a direct message here on Instagram. I hope to hear from you soon, and I hope you're having a great day. And then I like to leave a little comment about whatever picture I'm leaving the comment on. P.S. super cute kiddo. love his smile in this picture, whatever. The reason I do that is because, like I said, I built my business on Instagram, and a lot of people still don't understand what direct messaging is or that they even have a direct message. So I like to take that additional step of telling them I sent you a direct message, okay? And I don't want to get too much into Instagram, but if you're not on Instagram, oh man, do my training and get on it, because you can talk to so many more people than on Facebook. You need to build your cold market for sure. Okay, so what if they say yes? All right. So you went through your likes and somebody says, okay, yes, I do want information. You have to really slow down and remember that this is a relationship building business, right? Ask them what interests them most, and what they do now, and so on. And remember to always ask questions and keep the ball in your court, okay? Again, I'm applying this to Instagram, but what if you just need to reach people, period, okay? What I like to teach my coaches is to remember that you can always go fishing. I call it fishing, all right? To seek out a potential coach, okay? So you can go into hashtags. So say, for example, you like to sew, all right? Team Beachbody is a culture of people who just want to live, a healthy, fulfilling lifestyle. It doesn't mean that you're Marcy Coach Beachbody or whatever, right? Like, you are still a person, right? So say you like NSYNC or whatever when you were in your 20s. I guarantee you, if you go into the NSYNC hashtag, there's probably people who are in your age group who need health and fitness. You can go fishing and you can just strike up a conversation with them, right? Just leave a comment on a picture. That counts as a new contact for the day, you guys. And then that's what you want to do. You just want to build relationships with people every single day. Go through your likes and go through your followers on Instagram and in your like page or your Facebook, and just strike up conversations with people. And, if you're trying to invite to a sneak peek, just start it that way. If they're on your Facebook, right, that means that in some kind of way you have already established some type of trusting relationship with them, especially if it's your personal account. Hey, just wanted to check in on you. I'm not sure if you saw, but I have this post about a sneak peek into coaching. No pressure, of course. It starts on Monday, and I would love to add you to it. Would you like more information about it? By the way, I saw your kids started soccer because you looked at their Facebook, right? How's that going, right? Like, you're just in the business of inviting and relationship building. So you have to go for no, and you have to do it, right? And again, there's more in my scripts that you can go back about fishing and, looking for coach leads. It's really difficult to get the hang of reaching out to your cold market, right? So cold market is people that, you've never talked to before. They're complete strangers, right? But the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get with it. And I want to tell you guys, I built my business on cold market because I was a coach who was too afraid to talk to her family. I didn't want to do it. I built my entire business off my cold market because I was relentless with talking to strangers. And so it's just become, second nature to me, because if anything, who cares? If they don't respond, who cares? You don't even know them, right? But if they do respond, awesome. Maybe you'll make a new friend, right? So that's basically like recruiting 101, which I know you probably thought I was going to give you some big secret sauce to this business, but it's not. You got to invite like it's your job. You got to figure out what scripts work for you. You got to post, you guys, so you can have these likes to go through. And you gotta send those webinars and do your power hour. So do you guys have any questions for me? Let me open up the chat box. Hang on. Can you spell that app? How can you make sure someone's not on? Okay. How can you make sure someone is not already with another coach or MLM? What is the easiest way to do that? So have you guys ever been on Instagram and somebody leaves a comment and it says like, that's super cute, and you're posting about your workout or something and you're like, that makes no freaking sense, right? So I hate that there's a program that you can use and coaches pay to leave auto comments, and I freaking hate it, right? So the best way that I can tell you is to make sure that somebody's not already with another MLM is to be genuine, right? And to look at their account. So as I'm going through my likes for a post and I want to see, would this person make a good coach? Would they make a good challenge member? Why are they even on my account? I take time to look at like their first 10 pictures and scroll through, and I like a couple of them. I send them a direct message, and then I go back and tell them, hey, I sent you a direct message, right? That process takes me 5 minutes, right? I've timed myself. So during my power hour, if I'm reaching out to 5 new people a day, that means that 30 minutes of my time is spent on making new contacts for the day. And remember, a new contact is somebody you never talked to before. So if you take 5 minutes just to genuinely look at their account, make sure you never talked to them before, they're not a coach, they're going to appreciate that, right? Because, oh my gosh, I really hate that thing that coaches pay for where it leaves auto comments. Like, I freaking hate it. Because if you take anything from this is a relationship building business, right? You can use scripts all day long if you want, which is cool. I still do it, but you have to take the time to really get to know somebody first, and just treat them like a human being and not like, hey, I'm trying to sell a challenge pack kind of thing, I hope that answers your question, Marcy. What about doTERRA or pure romance? I heard some may be okay until they hit diamond. Hang on. Marcy, can you mute yourself? Are you going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to ask you. You said something about a Woofu app. Is that what you
Well,
said?
it's an application. Woofu is like a form that some coaches like to use to have people fill stuff out. So in this slideshow that I'll give you guys access to, on Angel Farley's slide, you can click on, there's a clickable link, and you can see her Woofu document.
How do you spell that? Woofu.
WUFO.
Okay, thank you.
The question that Fawn was asking about doTERRA and pure romance, no MLMs are okay in that Beachbody policies and procedures prohibits you from marketing other MLMs to your Beachbody customers. So they don't disallow you to be involved with another MLM until you get to be a diamond, but you are not supposed to cross-market. Correct, Elyse?
Yeah, well, and you're looking for people who are looking for you, right? Yeah. You're not, if their focus is already on doTERRA, just respect that and let them go grow that passion. Cool. Yeah. That's not your people. You're with Beachbody, yeah. Right? I'm with Beachbody 100%. So I want other people who are with Beachbody 100%, and that's it. I don't want, for me, it's strong women, strong people lift other people up, right? Period. So if you're with doTERRA, cool. I hope you have all the success in the world, but I'm with Beachbody, so.
I had a coach that signed up, and she was doing one of the oils, and she actually ended up having a lot of success with Beachbody and became a diamond right away. And then she had to make a decision.
Yeah.
And she chose the oils. So, we kind of hope that, gosh, if they're involved in, they'll love Beachbody so much and they'll come and do our thing and forget that other thing. But you just never know.
I try not to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I do too. I don't.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing Jamberry. I mean, they're not going to be interested in Beachbody.
Yeah.
It's too hard. It's too hard
exactly.
to help people be healthy. They'd much rather spend their money on nail wraps, which I think are just weird.
So do you guys have any questions about recruiting or my scripts or anything like that? Yes, my Instagram training is on YouTube. Kara.
Well, this has been really great, and it's always good to hear from other people about what they're doing. I have also been diving into Instagram, and again, my John C. Maxwell mentor has been talking to me about Instagram and just really got me reinvigorated towards that. So Elyse has always been somebody that, it's like, well, if she can do it, it can be done, right? And so I think it just takes consistency. And when I think about, how Elyse was found, and that I go on to people's Instagrams and I'll see them actually post in their description, no coaches, no coaches. And I just felt like, oh, that's so mean. And so Elyse was probably one of those people. She may not have had the no coach sign, but she was no coaches. And so I think it just goes to show that you just never know what happens.
So, and just let me tell you guys, if you come across somebody who is like me, my biggest aha moment with this business is when I realized I needed a connection. Okay, since we're talking about recruiting, so I'm the 25% that made diamond and wasn't in a challenge group when I started. So my biggest aha moment was when I realized that not everybody's like me. Okay, because on Instagram my name is Paleo Fit Juicing Chick. So when I started losing my weight, I already knew what clean eating was. I knew what juicing was. I was very, I guess my head was so far up my I just didn't want to hear it, right? So I needed the connection. And a lot of people like me who are out there on Instagram on journeys, they need the connection to make an income with their passion. And they haven't put two and two together. And that's what was my missing link. That was my aha moment and that's what I tell people who join me. Like my top coaches, Angel Farley, Jackie Costner, a lot of my coaches that joined me that were in shape is because I was able to make that connection to them and tell them, you are your best marketing tool, but people that come to you are not going to understand what clean eating is. They're not going to understand what juicing is. It's going to be too expensive. They just need Shakeology as stability until you can teach them what clean eating is so they stick to it, right? And that's going to be your ticket to also help your family and to grow your income, right? And then I tell them, are you going to feel that big boost of energy from taking Shakeology as somebody would be who is eating McDonald's every day? No, because you're already a clean eater. But is Shakeology beneficial and going to help you and going to help other people? Absolutely, right? And so that was my aha moment. That was my connection with the business. And that's why my business boomed. And my business is actually called Team JERF, Just Eat Real Food. And for me, I know you guys hear a lot of like Tanya, the machine, and they tell you stick to a program, stick to a program. Well, that doesn't work for me and my team, okay? And it took me a long time to be okay with that. For my clients, they come to me because they just need to understand what clean eating is, because my business is Just Eat Real Food, okay? So Shakeology is my ticket, and I tell them, I don't care what workout program you get on. You're just going to get on one and you're going to stick to it, okay? So basically, I'm just telling you, you need to present this business to whoever is trying to find you. And the only way that they're going to find you is if you're just being true to who you are, okay? Because I know it's really easy to hear all these other coach success stories and think I have to do it this way, I have to do it that way. And that's not me for Beachbody. My business was built on Shakeology, not on the workouts. And even though the workouts are a bonus, I know you can't out-exercise poor nutrition, period, okay?
Yeah, I think that's so amazing that you're Paleo Fit Juicing Chick and you built your business on Shakeology. Because we all come across those purists, Yeah, and I think your point is very true. And this is what I tell those purists. I say, you eat super clean, you know how to do this. It's a part of what you do, but people have to go from where they're at today, the McDonald's, to where you're at, and they can't do that overnight.
Exactly.
So they need something that can be that, bridge. And so if your message, for like, I know, and Tara Carr's the same way. I mean, if your message is really, clean eating, paleo, organic, non-GMOs, all that stuff, you can still teach that, but you give your client something that's easy and nutritious. So That's
Yeah.
a good point.
I just wanted to tell you guys that even if you come across the 25%, that was me, that it's still possible to convert them to a coach, but you have to be able to share another coach's testimonial, like somebody like me, you know? And I just tell people there's no such thing as paleo police, or, you know, I was a juicer, but Shakeology is cheaper and it's easier and it's faster. So, I mean, I always tell a little bit about my story, and I'm not going to change my name on Instagram. Like, everybody can go kick rocks 80-20.
Yeah, I know, either. I have one of my best friends is a juicer, and she won't try Shakeology.
Yeah, I mean, it's
She'd
just,
rather go buy 50 ingredients and chop them up and clean them and make that every morning than do Shakeology.
yeah. And so it's just your job to educate people that, you know, for me, what I'm promoting is self-love, period. That's what I'm promoting. I'm promoting self-love. No haters. So that's, just stick to that, you guys, and remember to be true to yourself in your recruiting. And like I said, I'll share the slides with Deborah so you can have more access to look at the scripts in detail. But recruit, like, invite every single day, invite, because that is our job. And I seriously really think, Deborah, you're the first person I ever heard say that. Like,
I have a whole video on that subject in my
yeah. So inviting is your job, you guys. Like, just keep doing it every single day.
Thank you, Elyse. Thank you so much. And I appreciate everybody for sticking on, and we will talk to you guys later.
All right. Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Deborah.